Hi everyone, my name is Matthew Gonzalez and welcome to Reasons to Live, a show dedicated specifically towards those of you out there watching this who struggle with suicidal thoughts like I once did, to remind you that there are hundreds, millions, billions, decillion reasons why you should live. Now before we get into it, please allow me to ask you a quick question if I may. How are you doing today? I would truly love to hear what you have to say. Now, I know I used this as a prop yesterday, but today's episode is about little DIY passion projects. So, it can be whatever you want it to be. It can be a craft thing, it can be a drawing, a painting, a story, a poem that you've been working on. Just little artistic crafts. So, what I did back when I was in high school, we could do two things in my ag mech class, agricultural mechanics. We could make welded / iron rose, whatever this is made out of, or we could do a horseshoe thing. I had no interest in the horseshoe, so I did the rose. Twice. Now, they're not really that good compared to some of my classmates that I had, but I think they turned out really, really well in the end. And more importantly, I had a lot of fun doing them. And if you die, you'll never get to do cool little passion projects about this again. You'll never get to enjoy the fun of making something that's not perfect, that doesn't stand up perfect as it should be, but that's just like the rest of us. Neither of us are perfect. Enjoy those little imperfections in your art, and of course, yourself. Enjoy you. Alright, before you go, quick 1v1 with me, if that's alright. Now, down in the link in the description below, I took the liberty of putting 5 mental health resources for you. For our LGBT friends watching this, I put the Trevor Project and the Trans Lifeline. And for our friends who have struggled with sexual assault or anything along those lines, I put the National Sexual Assault Hotline. And I put the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline and the Crisis Text Line. Now, I know calling a helpline or a resource like that can be a very intimidating thing. It scared me when I first thought of it. And that fear was a deterrent from reaching out for help. So, here's what I want you to do. The first link I put in the description below is an article by BuzzFeed News that explains what happens when you call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline or text the Crisis Text Line. And it does a lot better of a job of explaining it than I could ever. But all I'm going to say is that anonymity you don't think you have in the situation is still there. What am I talking about? Read the article and find out. Then see how you feel about calling out afterwards. There's no shame in taking your time, okay? As long as you get better. As long as you find a way. Now, if that doesn't satisfy you 100%, I've also, on top of including the numbers to these resources, I have put their web pages down in the link in the description below. So, you can peruse around their website and see what fits you. See what they're about internally. Catch my drift? Before I go, one more thing, then I'll be out of here. Don't underestimate yourself, okay? I know it might seem like you have an entire ocean to cross in front of you, but once you get on those waters, once you get sailing on those waters, you'll see it's just a pond and another pond. And eventually, you will come to shore, my friends, safe, sound, and stronger than ever. I believe in you. My name is Matthew Gonzalez, and remember, there's always a reason to smile.